Okay, so we have a lot of lines going through the center A, and angle KAH is 85 degrees. So we know that this angle is 85. And we're trying to solve for x. Or actually, we're trying to just know whether it's less than 40. We don't actually need the number if we can figure that out some other way, but the real number would help. Statement 1 tells us that angle DAF is 50. So DAF is 50. So this is 50, which also means that the corresponding other angle here is 50. Knowing these two and knowing that they overlap with x doesn't help us, though, because there's, for any value of x, we would just, as we decrease x, we would increase these other two side angles, and so we can't just subtract them or anything, so this is going to be insufficient. A and D are ruled out. Statement 2 tells us that BAH is 140 degrees, so I'll do a smaller arc here. BAH is 140. And that helps a little bit, but because then we can figure out that BAK is the 140 minus 85, which is 65, but that still doesn't necessarily help us out too much. Sorry, 55. Anyway, so knowing that this is 55 certainly doesn't get us to x, and that's a taking into account both statements, which we can't even do yet. We don't have this number in the middle. So the statement 2 is insufficient. Taking them into conjunction, even so, we still have, we don't have enough to narrow down x. What we have is, so we can just call the sum of all these angles, we can end up determining that the mystery angle here is going to be equal to the difference between those two, y and x, we'll call it y. That y and x is going to be equal to 5, but we still have any number of values that we can choose for x. We can make it bigger or smaller than 40. I mean, we know it's less than 50 because x plus this mystery angle equal 50, but we still, if we make x 41 and y 9, we can increase or decrease this angle and this angle respectively, whereas if we make x less than 40, like say 20, then we make angle y 30, we just compensate these angles correspondingly. So there's still not enough information to narrow down the respective values and determine whether x is less than 40, so even in conjunction the two statements are not sufficient. Answer choice E.